Hi, and welcome to Stephen Helwig Talks Tech. Today, you're joining me for a special episode where I'm going to give you a tour of the Microsoft Treehouses. Microsoft has 3 treehouses here on campus situated between buildings 31 and 32. They're open to Microsoft employees and guests for meetings and can be used as an event space or a general hangout area. It's a very hot day here in Seattle, and we're going through another heat wave, but I'm going to walk you through the treehouses and show you a little bit around. To get to the first treehouse, you walk up a long ramp, and this is Treehouse 31/OMS1, and you can actually book these treehouses for events. This one has a max occupancy of 31 people, and as you walk in, you'll notice that the trees are coming up through the center of the treehouse. So this is really built in between the trees. The first space that you'll walk into here is this large circular seating area, and as you can see as you look up, they have overhangs that are built into the trees, and you really have a lot of shade and coverage in the tree houses. This area can seat about 9 or 10 people and has garbage in case you want to have lunch. It actually has recycling there, as well as small tables, and then some benches that wrap around the trees. At the back of this treehouse is a conference room that reminds me of a hobbit's home in the movie The Lord of the Rings. When you enter this treehouse, you'll see a conference room table with 6 or 7 chairs around it, as well as 4 leather chairs on the outside of the conference room table with some smaller tables next to it, 2 whiteboards, just regular paper whiteboards for meetings, and a space heater for when it gets cold in the winter. One of my favorite features of this conference room is the light fixture above the table. It's this beautiful circular light that hangs right below a round opening in the ceiling. The second treehouse does not feature an indoor space. On the bottom level, it features a very large open area. It has some chairs around a table and another wooden stump that you can sit on, along with a lot of space to stand around and some higher seating on the right side. From there, you can walk up a spiral staircase that leads to a small area with a few more seats and overlook of this area of the campus. When you come up the stairs, you can see the third treehouse that we'll go to next, and if you pan around, you can actually see the first treehouse as well. So from this treehouse, you can see all 3. It's hard to see the first treehouse because it's tucked in between quite a lot of trees, but it's over there. In addition, in the distance is another outdoor area that is adjacent to these buildings with tables and couches and chairs and also some heating during the winter. I love how these tree houses are really built around the trees, so you really feel like you're a part of the landscape. The third and final treehouse is my favorite, and I think is the most unique looking of the 3, both inside and outside. The outside, once again, has a circular seating area, a much smaller seating area. The stumps make an appearance again, and so do the benches that wrap around the tree. As with the other indoor treehouse space, it requires you to badge in with your Microsoft badge. When you enter this treehouse, there are these beautiful benches that have been built into the treehouse. There are a couple of these benches in the treehouse, and I just love the tone and color of the wood they used. It's very bright, there's lots of light, the windows open to let in air, so it's actually cooler in the treehouse than it was outside at this time. On the other side of the treehouse, we have some more of those leather chairs, and you can see more bench seating that actually wraps around the corner, and then there's some benches on the other side as well. I love the woodwork that they've done on the ceiling of this treehouse. The beams look really neat and create beautiful patterns. The ceiling looks a little darker, so they may have used a darker color wood. So it's one of my favorite things to look at when I'm in this treehouse. They also have a really neat piece of art here on the walls that, using different color pieces of wood, they've made look like a mountainscape. As you exit this treehouse, you can overlook the other treehouses as well as that outdoor meeting space we looked at when we were at the second treehouse. It's very wooded, it's nice and green. You can see the second treehouse here looking back across. And then in the very far distance, through the trees, you might be able to catch a glimpse of the first treehouse. Microsoft has done a good job of making all the tree houses handicap accessible. This one has an elevator that you can use, and the other tree houses actually have ramps that go up to them. I hope you enjoyed my tour of the Microsoft campus tree houses. Thanks for joining me again on another episode of Stephen Howard Talks Tech.